Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Where we last left off, we finished off episode 4 or case 4, and I gotta say, overall, really good case. Not what I honestly. Every case in this game is not what I expect. Like I get somewhat close to a theory of mine of like what it is, and then it's like, nope, this is what actually happened. And I'm like, oh. But yeah, after like, okay, we're on the final episode of this game, of the first game. And I like that we just now got set up in our office, like where our office is gonna be. So yeah, Ryunosuke and is set up in basically Herlock Sholmes' attic. So he's basically living with them in a sense. And yeah, but there, it also foreshadowed what the deep corruption of London, England has. So yeah. Yeah, we're on episode 5. The Adventure of the Unspeakable Story. Yeah, the last one was the Clouded Kokoro. Yeah, and there's the second game. So yeah. The adventure, so let's get to it, everybody. The Adventure of the Unspeakable Story. Oh man, this is honestly like one of my favorite Ace Attorney games. The Hound of the Baskervilles. Ooh.
It's coming! Sholmes's cry pierced through the thick wall of fog around us. Wisps of vapor flowed over the pistol as I cocked it, and I waited breathlessly in the stillness. The silence lasted for what seemed an eternity, until, at last, it appeared. From the shadows of the cloud, an enormous beast sprang out upon us. A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen.
What kind of hound was it?
Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. The whole of its ox-sized body was outlined in white-hot flames. Its rumbling pant and hideous howl, so terrified was I that I began to tremble with fear.
Shiver me timbers.
Look well, Wilson, Sholmes declared, gazing upon the mystical beast. For this is the diabolical hound of the Baskervilles.
The Baskervilles? Ooh. Oh, this will be interesting. Our first 2 months in London passed by in a flash. And that disconcerting courtroom experience, we were first thrown into the day we arrived in the country. And as Soseki-san's terrible ordeal that followed closely behind, we had emerged victorious. However, there then came an abrupt end to our opportunities to appear in court. Oh, what? What do you mean? What does that mean? Wait, let me just make sure everything's on. Okay, on my end. Yeah, okay, yeah. Basically normal. Which was hardly surprising, of course, since I was nothing more than an amateur, an unknown student of law from a faraway land. So our little office was very quiet. That is, until it was shattered one day by that fateful telegram. April 15th, 9:13 a.m. Naruhodo's legal consultancy. Huh? That morning, I was woken by the unreserved knocking on the door by the telegram boy. But after he gone, Susato-san's behavior became very obviously strange. Ooh, this is kind of freaking me out. What is going on? Susato-san? Yes! Oh god! Is it time to leave for court already? Let me see. What case is it today? I don't think I'm scheduled to defend anyone at the moment, am I? Oh, no, of course not. How silly of me. But I think Iris said she would make us breakfast this morning. So, shall we go down to Mr. Sholm's suite? Yes! Iris makes the most delicious breakfast food. She does, doesn't she? And once our bellies are full, we can leave for court in the fighting fit form. I like her little, like, yeah! Let me see. What case is it today? Here we go again. Soseki-san. I suppose Soseki-san will have arrived back in Japan by now, won't he? Yes, I should think so. He left immediately after that terrible ordeal. Which would mean he should have completed the voyage already, or be just a few days away. A fortnight ago, we had that very long telegram from him. Do you remember? Complaining of seasickness. But by and large, it seems the voyage has been going well. Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san? I was just wondering, what might become of Soseki-san had he stayed in London? That's all. You mean, as regards Lord Van Zeeks, the Reaper? Yes, I can't help wondering if seasickness would have paled his insignificance in that case. Let me see the telegram. So, what was that? What was it about? The telegram that was delivered this morning. I mean... Oh, a telegram? I don't know what you're talking about. The fudge? What do you mean you don't know? Sorry, but you're not going to get away with that, thank you. Well, I didn't think I would. Actually, don't give it a moment's thought. It's nothing. Nothing interesting. Boring, in fact. Ahem. It was just a boring old telegram. That's 3 times now that she's tried and failed to convince me it was nothing. I promise I'll tell you about it at some point. Alright, I understand. Okay, the Reaper. What is it they say? That no one who stands at the dock can be saved from the Reaper, right? Oof. Like the way that nightmarish trial ended on the very day we arrived in London. Yep. Even 2 months on, the cause of the dreadful fire is still a mystery. Yes, but at least Soseki-san is safely out of the country now. Presumably that means that the curse of the Reaper can only take effect within the confines of the city of London, perhaps. Man, we're being really superstitious with this, aren't we? Even if that's the case, it's little comfort. I have a terrible sense of foreboding. If the legend of the Reaper is to be believed, it would mean he wields the sword of justice himself. Well, come to think of it, I wonder what he's been up to these past 2 months. Surely not wielding that sword against more acquainted defendants. No, I don't think so. Apparently, Lord Van Zeeks hasn't appeared in court once since our last encounter. Oh? Yes, it's Soseki-san's trial. He's withdrawn from judicial services again, it seems. Really? Just like before, when he wasn't seen in court at all for several years. So, it's just been me who has had to face him in his recent spate of trials then. Just my luck. I wonder if luck doesn't come into it. Sorry? What was that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. We've only been here in London for about 2 months, but my desk is starting to look a little messy already. You could tidy up once in a while. Susato-san, I always say, making a mess is a small sacrifice to pay for being able to further your studies. And time spent tidying up is time you can't devote to the same cause. And time spent on ridiculous arguments is time that could be better spent on some simple housework. Ooh, she wins, but I'm supposed to be a lawyer here. It's spring at last, and the weather's warmer now. But I love the smell of fire and steam rising from the kettle. Oh, would you like some tea, Naruhodo-san? Thank you, Susato-san, but I'm alright for now. With the green tea Susato-san makes me from time to time, and Iris' unique herbal infusions, this place is paradise for a true tea lover. Green tea is such a wonderful accompaniment to British tea cakes, don't you think? So, this is the tea set that Susato-san brought with her from Japan. Let's hope she doesn't notice me slipping sugar and milk into my cup when she makes it. It's so bitter. Tea is a drink to be enjoyed, Naruhodo-san. You really don't have to force yourself to drink it, you know. I don't like to see you screw up your face so. What the heck's that? Ah, this must be the telegram. Let's see. Ah! No! You mustn't look at that! Not under any circumstances! Alright, I won't! I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san, but you can be very mischievous at times. Then put the telegram away, if you don't want people looking at it. We were rather lucky to find that old aquarium left behind here. The prawns we put in there are doing rather well. And the anemones, too. It's a wonderful invention, isn't it? The sea, behind glass, inside your room. Another example of Great Britain's greatness. Having to clean it out and change the water isn't so great, though, is it? That spade has been here since we started renting the place. Oh, that's not a spade, Naruhodo-san. It's a shovel. Eh? No, shovels are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a spade. No, spades are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a shovel. I don't want to dig a hole for myself, so let's leave it. What was that kid? Childish argument. Wait, present my badge! It means a great deal to me, you know, that you cherish his armband so, and wear it each time you appear in court. Well, it's very important to me. It's what shows that I'm a lawyer. And whenever I wear it, I feel as though it gives me strength. Through Kazuma. I absolutely can't be without it, especially when I'm at a critical point of the trial. But just the other day, I noticed you wearing it when we went to visit that park. Well, sometimes I forget to take it off. Alright. Sholmes is sweet. April 15th, Sholmes is sweet. Oh, yeah, here's Iris. Morning, Runo. Morning, Susie. That is terrible. Good morning, Iris. Iris. What is it, Runo? What is that terrible noise? It sounds like a cat being strangled. Ah, yes. You noticed that, did you? You suck, bro. Hurley isn't the best form this morning, it seems. Oh. Hello. You good, bro? Well, hello, Mr. Sholmes. Good morning. Oh, a good morning to die, perhaps. Why you look so depressed? Has something happened, Mr. Sholmes? You look miserable, and the way you were playing the violin before. Okay. My analytical mind is dead. Music is dead. The world is dead. Damn this blanched existence! That's all it is, my dear fellow. Nothing of consequence. I'm afraid I don't understand. Well, Iris, isn't it time we ate? Some dry toast and insipid coffee for me, if it's not too much trouble. Mr. Kitty! Oh look, it's Wagahai. Good morning, boy. There must be some sort of tiny door for cats to use. But how did it get in there? Or how did it get there? Well then, everyone, time for breakfast. Oh, wonderful. Let me help you, Iris. It would indeed be a fine day To die. What? I knew something looked different. Something's missing from Mr. Sholmes' desk. Look at Mr. Sholmes' desk. It's completely clear. Isn't that enormous machine usually on it? We can never hope to understand what goes on in the great detective's mind, Mr. Naruhodo. Why, next time we're invited, we may find he's vacated the entire suite. That's scarily plausible, actually. There's all sorts of these on these shelves. Chemistry apparatus, books, papers, and lots of things I've never seen before. It's all heaped so high, I can't help feeling that the whole lot is going to topple any moment. Oh, it's such a charmingly untidy collection of paraphernalia, isn't it? It just looks messy to me, like my desk. But you, Mr. Naruhodo, must learn to tidy up after yourself. No favoritism dare, Den. Magahai. Mr. Natsume's cat seems to have settled into his new home then. Oh yes, and I've become very attached to the little waggy. It would appear his previous owners completely forgotten to him. Cats are unfeeling creatures. Their mews are as empty as the hearts of the muses. Aww! If Mr. Natsume had no intention of taking Waggy back to Japan, I wonder why he kept him in the first place. I expect he would have taken him if he could, but pets are strictly forbidden aboard steamships in our experience. And for good reason. Terrible things can happen if the rules of passage are not obeyed. Oh god, yeah. Well, I don't mind, because Waggy's adorable. Yes, he really is. Oh yes, what about the door? I don't remember seeing that tiny thing in the main door before. Where did that come from? Oh, you noticed? You are observant, Runo. Look, I used this. It's my latest invention. What is that? I call it the cat flapomat. The what? Gosh, a machine for making doors just for cats? That's right. It can make a cat flap for a furry friend like Waggy in seconds. And it can do it in any door at all, no matter what it's made of. It's very powerful, you see. Wouldn't it have been quicker just to make the cat flap rather than making a machine to make the cat flap? Well, yes, maybe. But now I can make cat flaps anywhere I like. Oh, I think it's wonderful. You must make one for us in the door at our office upstairs, Iris. She really knows how to come up with unconventional inventions, this girl. Okay. Bro, are you good? What? You seem to be very unhappy this morning, Mr. Sholmes. What's happened? It used to be the case that in my hands, this violin sung like the dawn chorus. Its mellow sonnet tones would make flowers bloom. It would. But now, the muses are unamused with me. The goddess of music have thrown me over. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? For hours I've bowed, for days even, though. Through the night I've endeavored to no avail. That sound, my tone, is lost. That brilliant, clear, unwavering tone, gone forever. No more recitals of unbridled emotion. Why is he like Soseki? Well, you haven't been practicing much lately, have you, Hurley? Don't worry. I'm sure it'll come back to you in time. Oh, don't worry. I'm sure it'll come back to you in time. Heed my words, Mr. Naruhodo. The goddess of arts are fickle. One day they bestow genius on a man. The next, they unmercifully withdraw on it. Oh dear. Why is this happening to me? If they take the turn I have for the violin from me, what is left? For pity's sake, what is left? Deduction perhaps? Isn't that what you're known for? Mr. Sholmes, I don't like to pry, but your desk looks rather empty today. Well done, Mr. Sato. Your observational skills do you credit. Oh no, Mr. Sholmes, they pale into insignificance when compared to yours. You struggle not to notice, wouldn't you? Oh, you mean Harley's great and not at the scope? That's at Windy Banks now. Sorry, it's at a Windy Bank? No, Windy Banks, the pawnbrokery. It's at a pawn shop? Pawn? What? You mean you pawned that enormous machine of yours? It has some considerable value, you see. Quite undeservedly. But isn't it a very important machine for your work? I do wish you had consulted us if your situation had become so desperate. I should have gladly passed you with what little income I have for you. Dear madam, things are far from desperate. But the pawnbroker has your wonderful machine. How could it be of anything but desperate? Making use of a pawnbroker is quite ordinary here in London, I assure you. It is? It doesn't sound ordinary at all. Hey, Dark. You spell objection wrong! Also, hello, it's Santa Claus emoji. It would seem that neither of you fully understand how pawnbroking works. Oh? What's to understand exactly? How pawnbroking works? What? Is it like different in, like, compared to Japan and here? Or in England than in Japan? What did you mean when you said we didn't fully understand how pawnbroking works? To the people of London, pawnbrokeries are akin to banks. Banks? Well, I just started the final episode of the first game. I'm really excited how this is gonna go. Because I have this and they have the second game. But so far it's been very, very funny. On Mondays, merchants relinquish their finest jackets and trappings to their pawnbroker of choice. With the money they receive in return, they are able to trade happily through the week. And then on Saturdays, they go to recover their things using the money they earned. I had no idea. This has been a fascinating lesson for us. Everyone does it, you see, especially people in inner London. And should they have money to spare, they would purchase another fine jacket. Not to wear, obviously, but to pawn, should the need arise. Oh, how ingenious. So whenever we have something that's getting in the way, we leave at Windy Banks, you see. A pawnbroker can be fought as an extremely secure vault. Who would have thought that even pawnbrokers are different here in Great Britain? Of course, you have to watch Hurley with it. Sometimes he pawn things he really shouldn't. Don't you, Hurley? Bro, what? Bro is depressed. What does it matter? The world is dead to me now. Oh, what was that? Wakahai? Oh my god. What is happening? Please, that is crazy. RE Engine Ace Attorney game? That would be crazy. What was that? Oh no! Wakahai's tangled up in your violin! Oh my god! I think he fixes a toy. No! What's he doing to it? Oh dear, Mr. Sholmes' precious violin. Why should I care? What? I shouldn't be surprised. If the cat is a more accomplished musician than I now. Mr. Sholmes really is in a poor spirits, isn't he? Thanks for drinking water. Well, I don't have water. I just have my Fanta here. Good old strawberry soda. Well, anyway, I'll put it back where it lives, shall I, Hurley? Out of the catch's reach, if possible. Maybe we should assess the damage. Do you want to see my armband? Mr. Sholmes, could I ask for your opinion about this? You lure me to raise my languid head with the promise of some mental exaltation. Yet in my morbid depression, I am confronted with the most mundane of problems. Oh. My mind finds greater stimulation in the unforgiving monotony of the floor than your miserable offering. What? Always glad to help. Oh, my head weighs heavy on my shoulders. The fire's burning comfortably in the grate again today. It's a very different feeling to the Japanese hibachi somehow. Oh, look at the photographic print of the lady display on the mantelpiece. Could it be? Yes, it must be. It's the woman. Oh, how exciting. Is that supposed to mean something to me? For the woman, for having examined the fireplace in Mr. Sholmes' suite, I got an achievement for that. It's the woman. Oh, God. These are all mementos of Mr. Sholmes' past cases, I think. Even been involved in my case. I wonder if the beef steak from La Carnival would be displayed here. A mystery shoe, a curious hammer, some mysterious dancing men, a bust of Napoleon. Aha! What an entrancing collection. Looks like an untidy assortment of junk to me, rather like what's on my own shelves. Well, you really ought to learn to keep your things in order, Mr. Naruto. No favoritism, not at all. What is there else to— Oh my gosh! Come to think of it, I haven't seen Iris doing much writing recently. But there's paper already stuck in the typewriter. Look as if she's about to start. That reminds me, when I mentioned that Iris was in the process of writing a full-fledged novel. Also, I need to, like, change the freaking, my point system, because I don't want to do a deep voice while I'm reading this. I want to practice with the voices here. Maybe when I play, like, multiplayer games, I'll just do deep voices. Where's Waldo type room? You're honestly. That reminds you, when I mentioned that Iris was in the process of writing a full-fledged novel, Mr. Natsume was most impressed. Yes, Mr. Natsume. That's what I'll be doing too. Once I'm back in Japan, he said, through tightly clenched fists and teeth. This is where Iris notes down ideas, isn't it? Let's see, what does it say today? Ah! The Buscombe Valley Mystery. Oh, how intriguing! It must be the title of Iris' latest work. Oh my, I wonder what fantastic tale awaits us. Caesar's song looks like an angel, but I bet she's dreaming of the most unsavory crime you can imagine. Iris' beautiful tea set is there on the table as usual. A cup of one of her special herbal blends always helps me relax when I'm feeling strained. The English pastime of tea has many similarities with our own tea ceremony customs, don't you think? It's the idea of hospitality behind it. That's the essence of tea. No. It looks like that huge metal chest is being used as a table for the tea and coffee. It seems very sturdy with an equally sturdy lock. Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't go around opening things. I always have to keep an eye on you, don't I? You're very mischievous. How did you come to that conclusion? So this is the violin, is it? It's a Stradivarius, one of the finest violins in the world, made by the renowned Italian luthier Antonio Stradivari. Oh, I see. It doesn't really look like anything special to me. I happened upon it covered in dust, languishing in a pawn shop down a nondescript back alley. The broker had no idea of its value, so I was able to purchase it for a mere 55 shillings. How honorable of you. And until today, it has been my faithful companion in every great Paganini-inspired performance I've made. I ask you, is there a reason to live in a world devoid of music? To tolerate this blanched existence? No! There is none. Mr. Sholmes. What, dear madam? What? My thoughts are preoccupied with fancies of release from this dull routine. Well, it's about the violin. It looks very different to normal, don't you think? Hmm? What do you mean, Mr. Sato? Oh, Susie's right! Yes! The tone of the wood is completely different! And that's not all. I'm sure there was no crack here before. Wait, it's not even the right size, is it? What's this? Wait, did someone just like trade, like, did like Indiana Jones? Like, just traded violins? I'm terribly sorry to have to tell you this, Mr. Sholmes, but that instrument isn't a violin at all. Then what? Oh no, I believe it's an entirely different instrument called a viola. What? 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 Oh, Mr. Sholmes, are you alright? You're right. You are quite right. This isn't my faithful Stradivarius. So what? What, pray, is this piece of stringed flotsam? Not your faithful performing partner, then? Ah, I see what must have happened. You do, Iris? This is just a simple mix-up. It sounds like Iris might be able to tell us exactly what's happened if we ask her. What the frick did you do, Iris? I must find the one violin. What did you mean by a mix-up, Iris? Well, you see, this violin... Sorry, this viola, I mean... was at Windy Bakes until last week. At the pawnbroker's? Now Mr. Sholmes' beloved musical partner? Did you trade it? There's a proverb from the East with which you all know without familiar, my dear fellows. Always let a beloved child travel. Yes, indeed. So you sent your beloved violin to the pawnbrokers and hoped that it would experience personal growth? Oh, what a wonderful idea. Last week, I pawned my great analysis-scope in order to release my precious instrument. But it would appear Mr. Windybank mistakenly furnished me with a tawdry fiddle instead. But my ears cannot be deceived by the hollow timbre of this piece of timber. No, but your every sense was deceived by the fact that it just had strings. Psh, a fine state of affairs this is, and why I always say, Mr. Naruhodo, never trust a pawnbroker. They will try to fill you every time. But earlier you told us that you could think of a pawnbroker as an extremely secure vault. Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Dilly-dally and we'll get you nowhere. Sorry. Crunching your toast with a vacant aspect, freshing your coffee so obtusely. Are you not a little embarrassed by your own conduct, concerning the urgency of which we are faced? We must visit Mr. Windybake's brokery at once. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Sholmes? Precisely, Mr. Sato. Without a moment's delay. But I haven't finished my bacon and eggs! My dear fellow, surely you do not still intend to crunch your bacon with an increasingly vacant aspect, to fresh your eggs ever more obtusely. You're right. My God, he's right. Alright, say no more. Let's go then.
Don't worry, Runo. I'd be happy to heat it up for you again later.
Oh, thank you, Iris. As it happens, I am rather curious to see what a British pawnbrokers look like. Okay, I guess we're moving. A new location's been added? Baker Street? Oh, I want to go to Baker Street, actually. Look at all the different things in the window of the shop.
Ah, that's Windy Banks, the pawnbrokery.
It looks much smarter than the pawnbrokers in Japan, doesn't it?
Yes, you're right. I find pawn shops at home rather inapproachable, personally.
It reminds me of tearfully parting with my favorite fountain pen. It feels so miserable.
What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, Mr. Naruhodo.
It's already been 2 months since we started taking lodgings here above Mr. Sholmes' office. I still can't quite believe it. I never expected things would turn out like this.
Oh, I know! To actually be sharing accommodation with the world's greatest detective. If I ever find myself before a court of law now, I will have not one regret.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'd be happy to defend you, of course. Let's go inside. Whoa, this is kind of cool looking. April 15th, Windy Banks Pawnbrokery. Okay. So this is a British pawnbrokery.
Oh my! There are all sorts of tools and contraptions in here that I've never laid my eyes on before.
Ah, Susato-san, and that spark of wonder in your eyes, you can't wait to scour the shelves, can you? I get the impression you enjoy places like this.
Oh yes, I don't know why, but seeing such a lot of things I don't understand is a real thrill for me.
My dear fellows, let us not forget why we are here.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes.
We are calling on the matter of business, not pleasure. And clearly Mr. Sholmes means business too, judging from the spark of fury in his eyes. Oh, what the frick? Okay. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, sir, welcome back. Did you hear that brazen welcome? Oh, yes, we are potential customers after all. We are disgruntled customers, Mr. Naruhodo, and it's time to inform Mr. Windybank of our ear. Come! The fight is afoot! Who the frick? Naturally, you will recall this, which I retrieved from you some days ago. Yes! This second-rate fiddle is not my faithful instrument, Mr. Windybank. The color of the wood is different. It has holes in it. It's not even the same size.
A wonderful summary of our observations, Mr. Sholmes.
I'm so very sorry, sir. How utterly unforgivable of me. An inexcusable mistake for a pawnbroker. There's only one way to make amends. What? What the fudge? I shall have to take my own life. What the fudge? Whoa! Put the gun down, bro. It's not that serious. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, the way he ran and then he picked up the gun. I don't think that will be necessary, do you? If I may just say one thing before I pop off. Yes. It was you, sir, Mr. Sholmes, who took it upon himself to remove the item the other day, I believe. Sorry? As I recall, I entered the storeroom to fetch your violin when I heard, here it is. You did. And when I turned to convert you, you had taken the viola and left, sir. However, However, there can be no doubt that the blame lies firmly on my own door for allowing you to leave. So I should not grumble or grouse any longer. May this guilt die with me! No, stop! My dear fellow, the fault is mine! The fault is mine, no! Phew. It would appear that the fight is over. I do humbly apologize, Mr. Windybank. Evidently, my questionable disposition precipitated this tragedy. Well, you wouldn't be Mr. Herlock Sholmes without that questionable disposition now, would you? I do believe you may be right, sir. It's either laugh or cry, I suppose. You are, it must be said, one of my more challenging customers. I need to remind you of this peculiar collection of items you brought through my door in the past.
Oh, peculiar items.
An extreme, ma'am. For example, the unpublished manuscript of the eponymous work, the novels of Herlock Sholmes or some such.
Oh my, a new full-fledged novel? And unpublished? A story I've yet to read, you mean?
Ah, forgive me!
Wait, before you die, you must tell me more!
Oh my gosh.
I must know more. Tell me everything. Wow, Susato sounds really fired up now. Is there really an unpublished story? Under this very roof?
Well, one day the gentleman here bought an old metal chest, you see. I should like to entrust this to your care for a while, Mr. Windybank. For a chest like that? 1 shilling, sir? No, 40 more. It houses some of very great value indeed. The latest manuscript, recounting the adventures of one Mr. Herlock Sholmes. I beg your pardon? A manuscript? You wish to deposit a manuscript? Indeed I do, for I am confident it will be quite safe here. And that was that. As such, Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom.
Mr. Sholmes, is that really true?
Do I sense that someone doesn't want to talk about this? I continue to pay your fee, do I not? Then kindly continue to store my belongings securely. Of course, sir, of course. They're safe and sound with me, I assure you, on my life! This is all very strange. I wonder, could I ask you something? Oh, a gentleman from the East, I see. Yes, that sable suit. I suppose I could offer you 6 pence for it. Without wishing to offend, the tone is somewhat dull.
Sorry?
Ah, but for your splendid attire, ma'am. 5 guineas, no less. The colors are exquisite, the design exotic. Eastern artistry is at its finest, may I say.
Oh my, 5 guineas you say? How interesting.
Why do I feel as though I suffered some sort of defeat here? Actually, I was hoping to ask you about your business. I've heard it said that pawnbrokers are used rather like banks here in London. Yes, sir, indeed. Many of my customers are utilized the establishment as you described. I appraise their items and offer them a proportionate loan and 2 months of secure storage. If in that time they repay the original sum to me plus the agreed interest, their items are happily returned.
But what happens if they don't pay you the money?
Then the items are offered for sale in my shop, as you can see on the shelves behind me.
So you never sell items before 2 months has passed then?
That's right, ma'am, that's right. Which means some considerable responsibility rests on my shoulders. Should a customer's precious belongings be lost, the only recompense is for me to end it all. Oh my gosh! That's so extreme, bro! The very idea, Mr. Windybank, is an absurdity. The very idea, Mr. Windybank, is an absurdity. One should never talk of one's demise so casually. Says the man who was telling us all it was a good day to die only this morning, honestly. And let's not forget that I have already helped you take measures to ensure such a tragedy never occurs. Oh, what sort of measures? I engineer a simple device, which Mr. Windybank has installed here in the shop. I call it the Red-Handed Recorder. Is that not so, Mr. Windybank? Ha. What was that deep sigh about? Red-handed recorder? What on earth is a red-handed recorder? Use your eyes, my dear fellow. There are two just below the ceiling. I can see what appears to be a camera attached to some sort of timing device. What the fudge? Very astute. It is indeed a camera furnished with some 100 pieces of celluloid film. And every 30 minutes precisely, the camera automatically records the appearance of a shop. Wow, it's a freaking security camera. Here, I have an example I can show you. Oh my god, is there gonna be a murder here? 4 a.m. Yeah. Oh yes. Yes, a print from the camera is set to record the activity of the shop counter. I developed a special type of film so sensitive it produces a crystal clear image even in darkness. Really? That's extraordinary. Yes, you can clearly see the counter and the door behind it. Look. So you see, were someone to enter the premise with ill intent, his identity would be summarily exposed. But did you not say that the photographic prints were taken at 30-minute intervals? Indeed, as you say, my dear madam. Then what if the incident were to occur in between times? One could say that would be a cruel twist of fate. Oh my gosh, bro. I must confess, your devices have been giving me some cause for distress of late. I beg your pardon, Mr. Windybank. Surely they are anything but distressing. Reassuring is the word. It's the cost of film, sir. You must graciously place not one, but 2 cameras in my shop after all. Which means I must pay for nigh 100 utterly useless prints every single day. I'm afraid the cost of the film will break me more before I get very much older. A second. Nevertheless, a small price to pay to assure the safety of my preferred pawnbroker, you know? My dear fellows, we are on the verge of an age where safety and security come at a price. Oh, heaven help us! Oh, heaven help us! Oh. Now then, Mr. Sholmes, allow me to return your precious violin. Oh, it's red. Ah, the very thing. Thank you, Mr. Windybank. Perhaps this might mark the end of the peculiar items you try to pop them. Because if anything were to happen to one of them, this will be the only answer. I really think you ought to stop waving that gun around. Someone could get hurt. Fear not! Sorry. I've only loaded a single bullet, so no one but myself could possibly be harmed. That's not really what I meant. Good day to you, then, Mr. Windybank. It's been a pleasure as always, Mr. Sholmes. So, Mr. Naruhodo, now we can explore at last. I guess we can, huh? What an assortment of things there are on these shelves here. Crockery, footwear, clocks, and watches. Almost anything you care to imagine. Those are forfeited items offered for sale by the pawnbroker. What does that really mean, though? When you're pawned or collectively pop an item, the broker loans you your money against its worth. He stores the item for an agreed period of time, after which the loan must be repaid. If not,
He is free to display it in the shop for sale at a price of his choosing. Oh yes, now you've explained it. I'm noticing little price tags on everything. Of course, simply by paying the agreed interest on the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. So you may pawn that black garb of yours without fear, my dear fellow. My treasured university uniform? Never! It embodies my student spirit. Look at this! What could this lovely big shiny box be? That, my dear madam, is a music box. Surely you have such things in your own country. Oh my, yes, but I certainly never seen one so large before. Shall we listen a while? Ah, what a sublime sound. It's like music of angels. I never heard anything like it before in my life. This particular specimen is a larger variety, commonly found in public houses and restaurants. There is a metal disc inside of which the notes to be played are recorded. Simply by replacing the disc with another, any music you require to imagine can be played. My goodness! What a simply delightful machine! Indeed, though their popularity has waned recently with the development of the graphophone, of course. Science and technology advance at such an overwhelming pace. Now, what do you suppose this rather enormous machine does? It seems to have two little windows for looking through. Allow me to enlighten you, my dear fellows. What you are looking at is a stereoscope. A stereoscope? Fascinating. It is aptly named, I assured you. Look for the eyepieces and see for yourself. Oh, I should be delighted to. Excuse me a moment while I just have a look. Just before you do, there is something I should point out. My dear fellows, in order to see the image properly, stereoscopically as it were, you will need to be cross-eyed. However, if it is beyond you, it is of little consequence today. Alright then, I'm gonna try it. Ah! Mr. Naruhodo, you must see, at once! Alright then. So I need to be cross-eyed, like I'm trying to look at my own nose? What the? I don't believe it. It's just a photographic print, but it seems like you can reach out and touch it. Yes, the sense of depth is startling, is it not? Stereoscopes are one of London's many fads. They are often found in little stalls at the park. People are queued for hours to see them. Why are people meddling with such black magic? It is no magic, my dear madam. It is, well, far too complicated to explain at the present. We shall save this lesson for another day. Oh. That's not a calendar you can easily miss, is it? April 15th, today's date. Yes, that's not for sale, I must point out. It is Eastern style, page-a-day calendar. Every night at midnight, I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date. The perfect calendar for a tearaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Winterbank. And who was it who walked out here with the wrong violin before? Well, when the agreed storage period has passed without repayment, articles are forfeited, you see. So I have to keep a close eye on the date. It's something of a pawnbroker's obsession, you might say. Oh, yes. I can see you're very dedicated to your job. Okay. Look at that enormous ledger open on the counter there. Mr. Winterbank is, if nothing else, very peculiar about the recording the item he accepts. You have to be, otherwise he'd get himself into all sorts of trouble.
He has to be, or he gets in all sorts of trouble. Which might explain the thing that catches my eye far more than Ledger. This revolver here. Is he gonna die? Do not entertain even a single thought of pilfering in an article herein, my dear fellow. I assure you, Mr. Windybank would not hesitate to draw that weapon with a speed belly in his portly size. Oh, you don't mean he... Blow his brains out, indeed, in recompense for his blunder. Oh my. But in any case, of course we would never do such a thing. How would you even suggest that? There seems to be a little door hidden behind that curtain there. That leads to the storage room, where Mr. Windybank keeps his articles that are currently in pawn. Ah, I see. There's nothing of peculiar interest inside. I certainly wouldn't recommend any larcenous activity. Recommending or not, it's not something I tend to do. There's but one key, and Mr. Windybank keeps it in his pocket at all times. Before he sleeps, he places it into a small pot, which he slides under his pillow. How on earth did you know about that, Mr. Sholmes? I'm a detective, sir. It is my business to know what others do not. I'm frequently assailed by information that I neither care for nor wish to retain. Mr. Sholmes, you are a wonder. And the prime suspect of this prom burglary is ever burglarized. Just leave. Oh, here we go. Look at this! Whatever could it be used for? I have no idea. Ah! There's a small cache just here. Look! We're going to open it, aren't we? Oh my, that's amazing! It's some sort of spring-loaded mechanism, which we'll never manage to put back to the way it was before. What are you two doing? What, us? Nothing! No, nothing at all. Whatever this device is, it seems to have a pair of little windows to look through. It feels as though I've seen something like rather similar to elsewhere. What? Only tuppence for it? That ain't fair, you know it! The article is barely worth a penny, miss. Penny, miss? I could offer more. Sounds like there's an argument brewing over by the counter. Come on, that can't be right. Have you got a proper butcher that's at it? I've seen all I need to see, young girl. Oh, is it? It's her! Wait, don't we know? I sure recognize her. Oh, yes, it's the young lady from Mr. McGilda's trial 2 months ago. Her name? Oh, I forgot. Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. My lord? She's a chancer, earns her crust among larger crowds, relieving people of their purses. What's commonly called a pickpocket. I forgot his voice. I couldn't do his voice anymore. Yeah, she had a freaking gun. Gina. Gordon Bennett, you lot! Hello, Mr. Lestrade. I hope you've been well. Why do you still have that? What? You remember me then, do ya? Well, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke, that's for sure. So, what are you doing in here? Down and out like the rest of us. Nothing to eat. Come to pop that black weasel. Sorry, coat, have ya? What is it about this black uniform that makes everyone comment on it? Ah, good day, unless I'm much mistaken.
You would be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher. Ah, Mr. Sholmes! So, you have something of value to pawn, do you? Allow me to see the article, and I shall negotiate with Mr. Winterbank on your behalf. Pull the other one! I don't need no help from some stuck-up D! Get out of my business! Go on! I'll make trouble for you! As you wish, Miss Lestrade. I'll happily remove myself from your presence. He's really done it. He's gone. I'm sorry, but as I said, there really is no room for negotiation here. What is it that thing he has in his hand? Some kind of metal disc? And you! Go on! Leave me alone! Oh, Miss Lestrade, just pretend we aren't here. We shan't be offended in the slightest. Suture Song can really stand her ground when she wants to. Whatever! Do you want to see my armband? Would you have a look at, that's strange. Where's my armband gone? You thief! What's the problem? Something wrong? Don't suppose you're looking for this? Yes, but how? And when? And how? Again? I got a talent for it, have I? Diamond. That's bordering on black magic. And it makes what I was about to say about my armband seem a little dull. So, what do you want to tell me about it then? Nothing. Somehow, I didn't really think you were the sort of person to use a pawnbroker, Miss Lestrade. Yeah, well, I am, alright? I'm a Londoner, just like everyone else. That a problem, is it? No, not at all. It's just, well... Oh, I get it. I know what you're thinking. That thing probably don't even belong to you. Probably got it on a dive, didn't she? Yeah, I can see it written all over your Chevy Chase. Well, I might have been thinking something along those lines. You're not going to deny it, Mr. Naruhodo? Alright then, I'm just going to come out and ask you straight. Do you pawn things that you steal from other people? Well, I don't know how to best answer that, really. Suppose, sometimes. You're not going to deny it either, Miss Lestrade. But not this time, alright? I swear! That thing belongs to me! The disc that Mr. Winterbank is holding. Perhaps we should see what he has to say about all this. Mr. Winterbank, what exactly is this metal disc that Mr. Lestrade has brought in? It seems to have hundreds of tiny little bumps on its surface. Oh, this music disc you see, for use inside a music box. In a music box. Oh, it's for that. What? You don't even know what the music box is. Disc. You Eastern lot aren't too savvy, eh? I know what a music box is. I just never seen one of those discs before. The small protrusions on the metal disc encode the tune to be played by the music box. You simply insert the disc and set the machine going, and beautiful music plays. It's so incredible. Tell us what tune is on this disc. Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. There are so many different types of music box, you see. British made, German, Swiss. I have no way of knowing which particular machine this disc was made for. Ah, I see. And that's it in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customers for an item like this if the young lady forfeited it. Really, I'm already offering more than I should at a penny. That's a packet of lies! He told me he did! He said it was, well... He? Who? Never you mind! It just ain't right, that's all! That disc worth good money, I know it is! Well then, you have to try your luck at another pawnbrokers, won't you? Ah! Who gave it to her? She's been here before, of course, that little tattered Demelian. I see. And bought some dubious article of honor with her every single time, I might add. Dubious? What are you trying to say? I'm an on-set customer, me. So, is there something dubious about the disc she brought in today? Well, if only that were that simple.
Sorry, what do you mean?
What she actually brought in was a storage ticket.
Ah, a storage ticket. So, oh, Miss Lestrade has actually come to redeem an article from you today. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff what needs storing.
All right, yes, that's definitely dubious.
The article in question will have been forfeited at midnight tonight. But she gave me the ticket for it, and repaid both the loan and the interest. I was obliged to return the article to her.
But what was the article? Do tell us, Mr. Windybank.
The little scamp is wearing it, ma'am.
Oh,
It's the overcoat that she redeemed.
oh,
What? What's wrong with that? It fits, don't it? I mean, it's mine, so of course it does.
so what about the disc then? How does it come into all of this?
Ah, but this is something else. A new article to pawn. If the girl and I can agree to a price.
A new article to pawn.
I'm confused. I thought you said that Miss Lestrade brought in a storage ticket today. It's really quite simple. Yes, the child brought me a storage ticket, and the money owed to it, as you say.
For this heavy black coat, which you returned to her care, as I understood it?
That's right, yes. And rather unsurprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin put the thing on, she went rifling through the pockets.
Oh, you mean...
What? Don't you know it's rude to stare at a lady?
Ah, I see. So it came from the pocket of the overcoat, didn't it?
If you mean this disc, yes, exactly, ma'am.
And she immediately tried to pawn it. For quite a high price as well. This is all rather suspicious, I think.
Give it up. I'm just trying to pawn something like anyone else would.
Miss Lestrade, may I ask who deposited the overcoat here in the first place?
Well, me.
It doesn't really appear to be your size.
Me, old man! It's me, old man's, ain't it?
Is it, Miss Lestrade? Yes, this is definitely all rather suspicious.
Out of my way, please.
Whoa! Who is this picture postcard English gentleman?
Yeah, that what the heck?
Oh. Good day to you, ladies, gentlemen.
What's your problem, eh?
There is no problem, as long as you remove yourself. I have a matter to discuss with the proprietor. And if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for the hiding you deserve.
Look, ain't it obvious I ain't done talking with him yet? If you think you're such a gent, you should know how to wait in line.
Well, you're an impudent little brat, aren't you? As well as a pickpocket.
Who are you? How do you know who I am?
The question is, how do you not know who I am? You haven't the courtesy even to remember the faces of your victims, it seems.
What? You mean from you?
Broker.
Yes, sir.
I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no?
Yes.
The article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once.
Oh my. Now that's a lie. What are you trying to pull?
Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel, and needless to say, any music box disc too.
No, you can't have it. You just can't. It's me, old man, or it was. Now it's mine.
Goodness, Mr. Naruhodo. This is a very awkward situation. Yes. I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail. Miss Lestrade, is what the gentleman saying...
What do you think? It's all lies, ain't it? Obviously. I swear on my life, I ain't never laid eyes on that dandy before. let's hear it now, you little ragamuffin. You stole it, didn't you? That ticket you bought in here just now.
No, I swear it. I swear to God. It was barely an hour ago. I was walking along the street minding my own business when this little gutterling ran into me. I knew at once what had happened. I've been robbed yet again, I thought to myself. Those wretched little pickpockets. Yet again? Oh yes, as you can see, I'm a man of impeccable style. This isn't the first time I've been targeted by these back slum scoundrels. Yeah, I bet. Now then, relinquish my overcoat.
Come along now, Miss Lestrade. Give the good gentleman his coat back. If you're going to cause trouble, I shall have no choice but to call the police.
Hold on! Why does everyone think it's me? Just look at this dandy cove, and you think I'm the dodgy one.
I'm sorry, but no one's going to believe you.
Well, what about evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence that I've stolen something, eh? Come on, let's see it.
Oh, I have evidence, naturally.
You what?
Evidence that the article Miss Lestrade redeemed actually belongs to this gentleman?
Of course. We need to only consult Mr. Windibake's ledger to know the truth. We'll be able to look up the name of the person who deposited the article in the first place. Yes, brilliant.
I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Oh?
I never ask customers' names. That's a strict policy of mine.
What the fudge? But why not?
Well now, as you can imagine, some of my customers have circumstances to consider. A great many of them to prefer to maintain their anonymity.
Yes, I see. But then how can you know if the article belongs to a person asking to redeem it?
The ticket. Oh, it's quite simple. Good sir. Might I trouble you for the watchword associated with the article in question?
Of course, it's...
Professor. Yes, that's right. And all the evidence we need. This gentleman is the rightful owner of the article, without doubt.
A watchword? Interesting. So, about these watchwords, Mr. Windibank.
As I just explained, I never ask customers' names when they deposit items with me. There are many reasons why. Certain customers would like to keep their activities secret.
That wasn't exactly a subtle glance at Mr. Sholmes now, was it? Great detectives have no dark secrets, none at all.
Yes, well, anyway, that's why I always ask for a watchword whenever I accept a new article. In many ways, it's like the secret combination of numbers used to unlock a vault. The day of deposit, a description, and a watchword uniquely identify each item. And of course, then I give the storage ticket to the customer. When someone comes to redeem something, I ask for the ticket and the watchword.
And if someone tells the correct watchword, you return the article?
That's right, sir. Yes, just as soon as the requested fee is paid.
And I have supplied you with the information you required already, but for the avoidance of doubt, the article in question is the overcoat, deposited 2 months ago on February 15th. With a watchword of Professor.
All perfectly correct information, sir.
But, ow! Really, this is beyond a joke now. There's no further room for doubt. Ugh. Excuse me, but who are you?
One would expect the inquirer to introduce himself first. Though clearly you are not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign to you.
Oh, sorry. Yes, we're from the Empire of Japan. We're studying here.
Oh yes, Japan. I've heard the talk of the place. What the? Its inhabitants live on some fiery brown-colored soup, dressed up with exotic spices. What was that little? You might be thinking somewhere else. And what was that theatrical gesticulation about? Perhaps, anyway, if you are a gentleman, sir, you offer your own name first before inquiring after the name of another. Of course, yes. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a lawyer. Well, a student of law, really. My name is Yusito Mikotoba. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's assistant. I see. My name is Benedict. Yes, Eggert Benedict. Yes! Yes, the perfect name. My name's Benedict. Yes, Eggert Benedict. Benedict. Wow. Enchanté. He's so refined in how he holds himself and how he speaks, but that name is suspicious. Now to the matter at hand. What? What? See, where are these JoJo moves here, like these little gestures? My overcoat. Return it at once to someone with the style to carry it off. Grr, every move it makes, every breath he takes. I can't stand watching him. So, let that be the end of the matter. And thank you for your custom, Mr. Edgar Benedict, sir. With such reasonable rates of interest, I might even decide to come back. This is why I hate grown-ups. Just because I'm a diver, everyone thinks that makes me a liar. And the contents of the coat pockets, if you please, broker. But of course, sir. Here's the disc for you. Just this one. Pardon, sir? I was expecting another. That is, I deposited another. Another disc? Oh dear. I regret to inform you, sir. That was what deposited with me was merely the overcoat. The disc happened to be in one of the pockets, but I was completely unaware of it until now. So, Gutterling, you're hiding more of what's rightfully mine, are you? Says who, eh? I do not know nothing about it. Very well. Then I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye to style. Wait a minute, that disc is mine. Ah! What do you think you're doing, you little tramp? You've drawn blood, you filthy animal! Oh my, yes, there's blood on the disc. That's because of all those sharp little bumps. The man must have scratched his finger on them. I found it first, alright. I mean, it belonged to me, old man. So you're not having it. Or you take it. Me? If I hang on to it, they'll have me off again. So you keep all of it. Miss Lestrade, why is this disc so important to her? The music box disc had been entered into the court record. You dare. In the black livery. Hand that disc to me at once, please. No, don't! He's lying! Grown-ups are all liars! What do I do now? I'm gonna resolve this! Mr. Sholmes! What are you examining with such keen interest there? Are you as you enjoy a bar of caramel, I see? So, you found me at last, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry. After that young pickpocket sent me on my way, I was forced to lurk in the shadows. Cruelly ostracized as the rest of you partook in the jovial atmosphere of my fellowship. I had nothing to occupy my mind, but was too ashamed to let society see what my downfall had done to me. So feigning mock interest, I pretend to examine the tedious trinkets in this desolate place. Whilst, as you shrewdly observed, gnawing at the only friend I had left, the 7% solution of caramel. Pray, do you claim to understand the depths of my despair, Mr. Naruhodo? But how could you? I was so lonely! So desperately lonely! Why on earth didn't you rejoin the conversation? Things have gotten bad or worse here, you know. Yes, I overheard much of your conversation, or rather, in my craving for human contact, my ears devoured every word that was uttered.
You really were sad, weren't you?
Poor Mr. Sholmes, I feel simply awful for you. It would seem that my inferences are correct. Oh, surely you're not about to tell us that you solved the entire case once again? My dear madam, sometimes I wonder where my genius for deduction become commoditized. How much could I pawn it for? It seems Mr. Sholmes has another of those flashes of inspiration. But who knows if it will help resolve the situation between Miss Lestrade and the mysterious gentleman. What's the right thing to do here? Listen to deduction. Well, Miss Lestrade, it would appear you found yourself in something of a predicament. Where the blue blazes have you been, eh? Pardon? When a lady's in trouble, a true gent's supposed to be there to help. Straight away! Now an hour later! Harsh. And who, pray tell, are you? Oh my god. Mr. Eggert Benedict, you have in my eyes a veritable encyclopedic array of curiosities about your person. Nevertheless, there are two immovable conclusions I've drawn. I beg your pardon. The first is this. The true reason for your visit to this pawnbrokery today is something you have not yet revealed. And the second is this. A considerable crime is in contemplation. One you will orchestrate with the intent to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what say you my deductions? How? He's turned as white as a hard-boiled egg. It would seem that once again, Mr. Sholmes had made a flawless deduction. Just who do you think you are, sir? Ah, yes, as I hoped. That is precisely the pain expression I was looking for. So, shall we begin? The time has come for yet another Herlock Sholmes logic and reasoning spectacular. Yes, the game is afoot. Mystery Man's aim. First of all, we must ask ourselves, what business do you venture on to this pawnbrokery today? You claim to follow this pickpocket here, having had a redemption ticket stolen from the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by the which you hold in your hand. I'll give you a second here.
back. Sorry about that. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place? Is a staff recruitment flyer. The piece of paper in your hand is a staff wanted advertisement from this very shop. Yeah, even the most observant would soon realize that a man of your appearance has no need of such a ploy. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. The cane, which you unwillingly clutch to your person, is exhibits an uncontrivable contradiction. What utter rot! I've had this cane for years. The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the missing ferrule. The end of the walking cane would be terminated with a metal ferrule to protect the wooden tip. And yet the detailed analysis shows the wooden tip of this stick to be utterly bare. Therefore, there is only one conclusion. The rod that you hold in your hand, which appears to be a walking cane, is in fact no cane at all. Oh. Wait, is he right about most of this stuff? You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? Well, And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the exact answer of the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key understanding of this riddle, you see. From the moment I saw it, my suspicions were aroused. What walking cane demands such a stout handle, mused I. But of course, as I said, this is no walking cane. No, that rod. It's the broken handle of a shovel. What? Are you insane? And now, having determined this undeniable truth, the conclusion is clear. Your true motive for coming here was to take employment at this establishment in order to excavate the ground beneath the premises. What a calculated crime you've conceived, sir. A wickedly calculated crime. Tunnel the pawnbrokery. Topic 2. Great crime. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. But we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have been planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, intend to excavate the ground beneath this pawnbrokery with a broken shovel. What on earth do you propose I could expect to find there? Some long-forgotten treasure, I suppose? Save for such fanciful theory, what possible reason could I have to do it as you say? Oh, but there's another ample reason. As you are too well aware, Mr. Benedict. And your further glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let us consider what would motivate a man to infiltrate a shop such as this and covertly dig beneath its floor. The answer is revealed by the council notice on the counter to which your eyes were avertly drawn. This letter gives notice of public works to be carried out in the local area. And according to the enclosed plan of the upcoming sewage works, beneath this shop is a sewer that adjoins another, one that runs under the bank of the opposite side of the road. This madness has entered the sewers now, has it? By excavating the ground beneath our feet, you would gain access to the waterway that flows in the very proximity to the great vault of financial institution opposite. What are you? In summary, sir, you devised a masterful plan to pull off an elaborate bank robbery by the I should probably... Master plan? What is it? To pull an elaborate bank robbery by the dint of the underground tunnels. Master plan? With what plunder did the thief hope to make off from the underground vault of the bank? Are you quite serious? Having consulted with the Scotland Yard some days ago, I happen to know the answer. But naturally, the answer is no secret to you, is it, Mr. Benedict? Benedict. I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know.
A postcard of the great exhibition. I'm afraid you quite lost me. Currently in the final stages of preparation, the great exhibition will be soon underway. I think they referenced this before in the last episode, in the beginning of last episode, and maybe the one before. And the government has provided extra funds to complete its centerpiece, the Crystal Tower. Yeah, I think we've seen this one before. Funds that currently sit in the vault of the bank on the other side of this road. Pardon. Yes, the considerably crime you have been contemplating is the theft of that which sits in the vault of that bank. The special reserve funds for the great exhibition. Of course, that is the top secret police information, so keep it under your hat, please. Okay, is there... That's it, okay. This concludes Sherlock Sholmes' great deduction of this pawnbroking puzzle. Okay, I guess I gotta help him. Mr. Sholmes. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, an impressively upbeat deduction for a detective racked with loneliness, would you not agree? Was it true what you said about the bank over the road and what it has in its vault? Indeed, though few know of its existence, it is one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. Gregson told me in the strictest confidence. So why'd you tell us? But you just announced it to everyone here. Rather loudly, in fact. Ah. And if it's such a big secret, how would Mr. Benedict have come to find out about it? There could be but one explanation for that. Clearly, it's because the man is a criminal. But what if he didn't know anything about the money in the vault? If he is a criminal, as you said. Then buying a brand new shovel is sure to be the first thing he does now that you reveal the secret. Oh. Or if he doesn't, maybe Mr. Winnebank will. He already has plenty of shovels here, after all. Oh, my life, I assure you I'm not so unscrupulous. Well, hopefully this has taught you a valuable lesson. Sensitive information must be handled with the utmost care. Bro, you suck. One can never be so sure that someone privy to secrets will disclose them. And once the word is out, it's out. Perhaps I'll think twice before confiding in you next time, Mr. Sholmes. An excellent idea, Mr. Naruhodo. An excellent idea. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, you know what to do, I'm sure. Yes, let's listen to that great deduction again, and see if we can massage it into shape. Very well then, let us start once more from the beginning. Of Sherlock Sholmes' magnificent logic and reasoning spectacular. Yeah, but it's my turn, boy! Hold it, Mr. Sholmes! Alright, I'm not gonna read this again, so... So, by Mr. Sholmes' reasoning, Mr. Benedict came here in order to apply for a job so he could dig down for the floor. Yes, an attempt to tunnel the sewers to gain access to the money in the vault bank across the road. But he wouldn't get very far with a broken shovel, would he? No, I think it's fair to say his motives lie elsewhere. The question is where? What did Mr. Benedict hear at this particular point of time? Oh! Oh! Look at all the scribbled notes on the back of the flyer here. I don't believe it. What is it? Listen to what it says. Name, Gina Lestrade. Height, 5'2". Green cap, scruffy waistcoat, grubby white shirt, blue satchel, ragged. It's a detailed description of Miss Lestrade. Goodness, there's even a sketch of her, hat and all. It's a crappy sketch, though. Although, if she showed it to her, she fired that smoke grenade launcher in his face for sure. And look, the details of the shop have been written down here, too. Windy Bake's Pawnee Brokery, Baker Street. Redemption deadline, 15th of April. Which is today's date. Why would Mr. Benedict have all that information scrawled on the back of this piece of paper? I forgot about my Miss Lestrade.
Take that!
Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is the info about Miss Lestrade. Quite so, my dear fellow. It would appear that the writing in the sketch of the reverse flyer pertain to the pickpocket, Miss Lestrade, and to Mr. Winterbeck's pawnbrokery here. You originally told us that you had merely given chase after Miss Lestrade stole the redemption ticket from you. But that, sir, is thinly veiled lie. It is the information on the back of the flyer that led you to here today, by which I mean here to Winterbeck's pawnbrokery, and today the redemption deadline of that overcoat. So, you waited outside with a young girl matching the description you have written down to arrive. And you have gone to some lengths to hide the reasoning for your pursuit of Miss Lestrade. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. Okay, this is the... what's a furrow? It's the metal cap found on the end of a cane, Mr. Naruhodo. Ah, that bit makes a nice clacking sound on the pavement. Yes, exactly. And Mr. Sholmes is right. It appears to be missing on this cane. But it doesn't actually look broken, does it? No, it doesn't. Though the gentleman certainly did recoil when Mr. Sholmes identified the cane as suspicious. In other words, there's some secret about the cane that Mr. Benedict would rather we don't know. Look here, Mr. Suzuto. There's some letters on the handle. Ah, yes, those must be initials, I think. In the West, it's customary for people to engrave their belongings with the first letters of their names. So, Herlock Sholmes would be HS, you mean? That's right. And the initials of this cane, obviously... Oh. A-G? Why does it feel as though that's not quite right?
Take that!
Yeah, the initialing. The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the initialing. A most astute observation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Edgar Benedict? We are led to believe, sir, that your initials are EB. Yet in the most possessive manner, you've had in your grasp a cane bearing the initials, AG. An incontrovertible contradiction indeed, would you not agree? No. You're wrong. This cane isn't... You said before that you had that cane for years. Gah. So don't try to tell us that you just borrowed it from a friend or found it at the park. In short, though you hold yourself to be a gentleman, you have withheld your true name. Oh. You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? Aye. And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer of the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. Let's consider the bare bones of what's happening here. Miss Lestrade redeemed a fine-looking overcoat, and now a mysterious man has appeared, introducing himself with a fake name, and claiming that the overcoat belongs to him. But we know that he actually identified Miss Lestrade from a written description, which suggests that everything else he's told us is untrue. So what we need to do here is somehow prove that the overcoat could not possibly belong to him. Oh, the seam on his shoulder there is coming apart. Look. So it is. Do you know, a moment ago when Mr. Benedict was surprised by something that was said, I thought I heard him make a rather strange noise. It sounded a bit like a tiny growl. But now that I think it might be the sound of this seam ripping open. If you look closely, it doesn't seem to be a very tight fit. The sleeves are stretched to bursting, and he wouldn't have hope of fastening it at the front. If he were to run around in it, I'm sure the whole thing would fall apart. That I'd like to see. Sorry? So how can we make Mr. Benedict run around? She's really giving this some thought. Is it this?
Take that!
Yep. Split seam. Wow, I'm guessing that these are pretty easy. The split seam, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. Ah. Yes, because the overcoat is rather obviously a poor fit. Having forced it open your broad shoulders, the seam is already breaking apart. My suspicions were aroused from the outset. When you so boldly lie about your name and so boldly waylay this pickpocket. Ah. This catalog of untruths has been all for one very specific purpose. To steal the article that the young girl redeemed from Mr. Windybank. Oh! But what really irks me is this. The considerable crime I initially imagined has been considerably curtailed. I redeem item. Okay, mystery topic 2, the great crime. That freaking thing. What is it like? This, right? The direction of the deduction must change rather dramatically now, I think. Yes, no more talk of tunneling into the sewers. Which is a pity, because it all sounded rather exciting. Anyway, you can't deny that this mysterious gentleman didn't know the watchword. Yes, Professor. If you didn't know that word, Mr. Windybank would never allow you to redeem the article. Or looking at the other way. Or looking in another way, if you did know that word, Mr. Windybank would allow you to redeem the article whether it was yours or not. So the question is, could this gentleman have found the watchword out somehow? Look at this, Mr. Soto. Ah, it appears to be a memo that Mr. Windybank has scribbled on himself. Let's see. What does it say? Oh, Professor. Wow. Mr. Windybank must make a note of the watchwords his customers give him right before their eyes. And an alarmingly clear script as well. Oh dear. I don't know where to look. Who knows what other secrets I might see.
Take that!
The method is revealed by the note on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. Yes, the broker here follows the same procedure whenever a customer comes to redeem an article. He asks the customer for the watchword and notes down the response uttered on the notelet he has to hand. Then he consults his ledger and confirms whether or not the watchword matches the article in question. I would expect nothing less of a diligent pawnbroker. But his diligence clearly has its disadvantages. What are you talking about? It is increasingly apparent that you were present in this shop before your accusation against Miss Lestrade. In all likelihood, you followed her inside and then observed her talking to Mr. Windybank. And when the diligent broker made a note of the watchword, as in his common practice, you observed him writing the word professor on the notelet beside the ledger. And that, sir, was the master plan you devised to steal the pawn article from the young Miss Lestrade. Master plan! Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. Why would you go to such lengths to redeem that particular article from his pawnbroker? Are you quite serious? For an ill-fitting overcoat hardly seems to justify the effort, much less a worthless music box disc. But naturally, you have very good reason to make them yours, didn't you, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. Your picture postcard. The articles we're talking about are the overcoat and the music box disc that was in one of the pockets, which according to Mr. Windybank isn't even worth a penny. And yet this man went to such lengths to steal them. Why? I wonder if perhaps we already have the evidence we need to explain to Mr. Naruhodo. Could we? Really? I better have a thorough look for all the evidence we've collected so far. Oh. For McGilded! Oh, there's a little scrap of paper stuck onto the reverse side of the disc. Look, and a scribbled word or two. It looks somebody's name. For McGilded. McGilded? It couldn't be. But it is Mr. Naruhodo. A name I shall never forget, for as long as I live. But why? Why is his name on this? Yeah, the music box disc.
Take that!
Music box disc. You see, this music box disc tells us what we need to know. And what's that on the back? It reads, for McGilded. Ah! Mr. Magnus McGilded, the unfortunate philanthropist who perished in the curious circumstances at the Old Bailey 2 months ago. A prominent man in London, and though his loan-mongery demonstrated a distinct lack of scruples. So you're an associate of his, are you? Or perhaps a subordinate? Mr. McGilded was a man of unusually small stature. In fact, he was precisely the right size for that overcoat that you squeeze yourself into. Oh! Your true identity remains shrouded in mystery, Mr. Edgar Benedict. But the final conclusion here is crystal clear. The reason you came to this pawnbrokery today was to retrieve an article left behind by the late Magnus McGilded. Tisk. Oh! Got him. Solved. Deduction complete. Elementary, my dear Naruhodo. Well, well, Mr. Magnus McGilded. Not a name I expected to hear in these circumstances. Mr. Sholmes, I'm afraid there's something very troubling on my mind. Pray tell, Mr. Sato. Well, according to what Mr. Windybank told us earlier, today was the final day on which the code could have been redeemed, was it not? Yes, Mom, that is correct. Today will be precisely 2 months since it was first deposited. Well, today's 15th April, so 2 months ago today would have been February 15th, sir. That's what. It's all carefully recorded in my ledger. Deposited at 10:30 p.m., I see. What? But that suggests... Yes, February 15th is precisely the day on which the omnibus murder took place. And 10:30 in the evening is precisely the time which the terrible events were unfolding. Suggestive is not the word. It would seem the matter is entirely beyond coincidence. Why do you want this? You are, of course, at liberty to make whatever outlandish deductions you choose. However, I must insist you hand over the music box disc now. It would be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in the box. What do I do? No! There are some things a man must protect at all costs. This may well be one of those things. Then again, it may not. Hold it! Mr. Windybank! This is my shop. I can't allow harm to come to my customers if that were to happen. I shall have to take my own life. You're paying at him, you idiot! Mr. Windybank, no! Alright, that's enough. Inspector Gregson? Inspector?
That's right, Sunshine. The alarm was raised for one of our dedicated emergency lines. So we got here as fast as we could. Now what's all this about, eh? Oh, praise be! You're here at last. I was moments away from forwarding my own life in my very own establishment. It would seem you have the upper hand. Right, you have got some explaining to do. I don't appreciate being bothered with some petty argy-bargy. Petty? Mr. Winterbank very nearly met his end. Yeah, by his own gun, as far as I could tell. Oh dear. And the whole of the Britain could meet with its end. If I don't get to the bottom of the case I'm supposed to be working on. What on earth is this case, the case, Inspector? Spare no detail, Gregson. I might have said a little too much. No matter, it's nothing to do with you lot. Anyway, sir, you're going to have to come with me down to the station. But of course, Inspector. Ah! He's getting away! Get after him, lads! Whistle the beat officer too! Sir! There's been a spate of thefts in the pawn shops around here recently, so we fit emergency buttons underneath the counters for brokers to let us know when there's trouble. Oh, Inspector, I was very worried there for a while. Very worried indeed. Now then, Mr. Permanently in the morning. Oh, yes. I'll be taking that, whatever it is, of McGillet's down to the yard, thank you very much. So hand it over. Oh, yes, of course. No, don't! Don't give it to him! It's mine, that is, mine! I'm sorry, miss, but anything belonging to Mr. McGillet has been taken in as evidence now. As evidence? If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector. And so, we handed Mr. McGillet's disc over to Inspector Gregson, and we're summarily turfed out of the shop and onto the street. To be continued. Ooh. Ooh. That is hype. That is hype. Now we're investigation part 2. Great start to this episode. That was kind of cool. I'm kind of curious of what's going to happen now. Anyway, that'll be it for tonight, guys. I hope you enjoyed this session, this episode of Great Ace Attorney. If you like what you saw, for those watching the VODs, leave a like and subscribe on YouTube, and you'll be notified when the VOD is up. It's usually the day after I stream. And if you want to know when I'm live, you can follow me on Twitch. You can follow me on X/Twitter, and you can follow me on Discord. Both Discord and Twitter X Inks links are in my YouTube and Twitch profile bios. Until then, guys, I hope you guys take care. I hope you guys stay safe out there, stay healthy, and hopefully I'll be back with this game later this week. For those watching the stream, I might be live later tonight to play something else. We'll see. Until then, see ya, guys. Boy.